Hey Spuds, yeah. So this video is gonna be on metaphor and parody. You can't have parodies without understanding metaphor. For me, without understanding of a metaphor, your parody is just it's just a it's just an impersonation. I mean, it is nice to impersonate something because with people understanding the metaphor of who you are, I am Mega Man. I am Slippery When Wet. I am Tico Trend. You can convey a lot of information very quickly. And now if you're an impersonator who doesn't understand metaphor, you pretty much just are a shill because you're echoing information from an authentic source without any connection to it. Doing it solely for instrumental gain. The person who uttered it originally had a point to get across. You, on the other hand, just do it for shits and giggles because you think it's funny. And for me, the ability to stoop low is over ostracized. If you can't hear it, I'm listening to a Dan King video right now. But that's neither here nor there. For me, I guess I'm biased because my identity hinges on my understanding of who I am. Whereas some people might live their life based on, who others are. Like if you live in a collectivist society or something, you're basically defined by others first before you define who you are. Some people would think that I'm entitled or something, or spoiled. I am pretty spoiled, but I'm not entitled. If I was entitled, I would have done more with my life, probably, or more in my life, probably, by now. But for me, being who I am is so much a parody of life itself that it feels good to be in a rut. It feels good to be stooping low, and it feels good to be playing with the pigs. Because it's not something I get to participate in very often. That's me. I don't know what anybody else's excuse is. And they should do better with their lives. But me, I kind of relish in the moment too, sometimes to be kind of like a tyrant to somebody. And it doesn't matter if they're my friend or enemy. But let these past videos be, I guess, a lesson to you about what would happen if you pissed with me or pissed with somebody that I was talking to recently and they managed to tell me about it, and basically what would happen. And if you want to go over my videos with a fine-tooth comb, that basically makes me feel good that you're listening to my messages in-depthly and trying to trying to figure out the meaning behind them. Even if it, is at my expense. If you notice something that I don't know that I mentioned, commented in the place below too. But really, without a lot of places to go, in terms of discourse, the real thing we can only really go to that's entertaining is into emotions and critical thinking. So if like an impersonation makes you feel, invokes an emotional reaction, then you just have to realize you're not using your critical thinking skills. Now, I don't understand what some people who lurk around YouTube and comment here and there and make trolly videos, kind of like me. I don't understand what our motivation is, so sometimes I do lose that ability to be emotional or to not be emotional. But I'm learning. I'm slowly learning. And so far, I feel like I made a lot of progress. But yeah, this is going to be a much shorter video since I'm not really doing anything. But it's also just to reiterate a point I was making before about metaphors in society and how it's just you get a lot of people that want to flag or downvote someone because they don't understand. They get one side of the message that's being said, but it doesn't inspire them to think critically. It just inspires them to react emotionally. But yeah, for example, being right in a political debate is an example of a lack of critical thinking. So while you may win a political debate with more information, it's still a loss in the dimension of critical thinking and of advancing the human, I guess, psyche to a higher threshold, which is sad to see happen. But there's not enough venues and there's not enough time in the world, and there are not enough clones of people who enjoy political discussions to field the questions and the information of communication, because everything is at a low context. And we're at a point in society where we would have to explain every tiny bit of nuance to get certain people without them going bonkers and taking offense to what you're saying, in order to get them to act or inspire them to even think before they act. And so a lot of people just resort to trolling. And for me, it's an effective tactic at getting out information, especially as quick as possible. But I think right now it might be time to start taking a more measured response to a lot of the issues. And I don't know that I'm prepared to, I guess, take that journey without maybe advertising it a little bit. But that's just a thought. I'll be uploading a few more videos of just my thoughts, and then taking a break for a little bit just to fill my schedule with a little bit more reflection time. and a lot more planning and heavy, I guess, guesswork. Because I've been kind of doing a lot of things out of a book, a black book. If you would, if you could describe it. So, but I will leave you guys at that thought, and I will wish you guys a blessed day. But I will be definitely back in your midst very soon. Stay tuned. And it's hot. Wow, it's really hot in here.